Congresswoman Nancy Pelosi, the former Speaker of the House, has just announced her plans to retire. We have more on her decision to leave.
The biology and interior design departments worked together to create something from nature. What their finished product was, later.
And studies have shown that doom scrolling has taken a toll on people's mental health. All of these stories and more as Kent Stater TV News starts right now.
This is Kent Stater TV.
Good Thursday evening, Portage County, and welcome to KSTV News at 6. I'm Lillian Drabick.
And I'm Talia Milowich. Thank you for joining us on this beautiful November evening.
Well, tonight we start with news right out of Kent with a new exhibit courtesy of the Biology Department, which made its way to the Center for Design and Innovation.
We now go to Tatum Warrens, who has more on the story. Tatum?
Hi guys, a common material is being used in ecological ways in the Uncommon exhibit at the DI Hub. I spoke with an exhibit designer about the project's background.
Potential to harvest the material and make new composites out of it that could be used in the built environment and that could be produced in a way that are minimally processed, are non-toxic, and could help with carbon sequestration.
The project is all about finding materials for building that are environmentally friendly and will not hurt the climate. Common reed, the featured material, grows by low bodies of water and can be found throughout Ohio. It is an invasive species and grows into dense, dominating stands. This causes native species to be pushed out. The biology and interior design departments at Kent State are showcasing ways that it can be used for good and say it is something people should learn about.
I think that it's important to do research like this and to engage with it, to become aware, if you're not already, of these invisible damaging impacts that are happening on our health, especially when we spend 90% of our time or more indoors, but that are also that we're causing to the environment.
The Uncommon exhibit is located in the Blank Lab, which is on the first floor of the DI Hub. There are digital screens on each wall that show the process of harvesting, experimenting with, and preparing common reed for use, as well as other information about the plant. There are also tables with artifacts and visualizations of different things that can be made out of common reed and ways that it can be used. You can view the Uncommon exhibit from now until Wednesday, November 19th, while the DI Hub is open. For KSTV News, I'm Tatum Warrens.
Tatum, with the release of Wicked for Good quickly approaching, the Flash Activities Board is hosting their own Wicked Watch Party this Saturday. But before the screening, FAB is allowing participants to warm up their vocal cords with musical karaoke. Karaoke will take place tonight at 7 p.m. in the Rathskeller, and participants are encouraged to select a song from any musical, not just Broadway hits.
One downtown Kent staple has closed and a new change is coming to its location. Panini's has been at the corner of Haymaker Parkway and Water Street since 2012. The restaurant has closed and the Nut House will open in its place. There isn't a date yet for the opening, but the location will have a new ownership and a new concept.
Next week is Veterans Day, and PARTA is doing their part to honor those who have served our country by hosting a Veterans Day ceremony. The ceremony will take place next Tuesday, November 11th from 1 to 2 p.m. at the Kent Central Gateway in downtown Kent. PARTA administrative offices will be closed in observance of Veterans Day. However, bus services will continue to run as normal. Kent State's winter coat and clothing drive is back and running through January 30th. Donation bins are located across campus and will be collecting new or gently used winter clothing. This includes coats, jackets, scarves, gloves, and hats. Donations go to the winter warm-up stations located at the Williamson House, the Care Center, and in Tri-Towers. Anyone can stop by these stations and take what they need.
Your first forecast on Kent Stater TV.
Good evening, Portage County. Now, I don't know about you all, but me personally, I am sick very sick, very ill with this change of weather and all of the seasonal allergies coming through. So let's hope that I can get through this weather block without coughing. Now let's dive in and look at these temperatures over here. Akron, Canton, 48 degrees and cloudy. Pittsburgh, sunny, 50 degrees, a little warmer. Columbus, 614. Shout out to my family who you're watching this segment. Good luck. I hope you're enjoying it right now. 53 degrees, a little bit warm. And then Athens and Cincinnati, 48 degrees, sunny. Looking at a lot of sun besides mid-Ohio and also up in northeast Ohio. Taking a look at northeastern Ohio. Kent, 42 degrees right now, a little warmer in southern Ohio. Northern Ohio towards the lake, we got Ashtabula at 44 degrees. 46 degrees at Cleveland and Sandusky, 44 degrees. Well, that's all the weather that I have now, but stay tuned for temperatures this weekend and tonight. Well, currently in Kent, or not.
Thanks, Lex. Former Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi has announced that she will not run for re-election for another term in Congress, ending her 4-decade-long career in Washington. The current Democratic representative of California was first elected in 1987, and she made history when she became the first woman to be elected as the House Speaker.
Following her announcement, Trump shared his thoughts on her retirement. Here's what he said.
She's an able woman. I'm glad she's retiring. I think she did the country a great service by retiring. I think she was a tremendous liability for the country. I thought she was an evil woman who did a poor job, who cost the country a lot in damages and in reputation. I thought she was terrible.
A federal appeals court says President Trump should be allowed to fight his hush money conviction again. The president has been appealing his 2024 conviction of 34 counts of falsifying business records for a payment to his former lawyer, Michael Cohen. Cohen allegedly used the money to pay a former adult film star to keep her from speaking publicly on an alleged affair with Trump prior to the 2016 election. The current issue faced is whether prosecutors crossed the line when including testimonies from 2 former White House aides.
The Trump administration announced on Wednesday that they do not currently have plans to launch strikes into Venezuela. Secretary of State Marco Rubio, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, and a White House counsel held the hearing where they claimed that there is a lack of legal justification to support any kind of attacks right now. However, an official announced that the administration plans to get separate DOJ legal opinion on the attack. Thanksgiving is coming up, and many retailers are offering a way for people to gobble up dinner. Find out what's in the dinner and who it will feed later on.
With the ongoing government shutdown, many cuts have been made. How this may begin to affect your travel later.
What's up, NFL fans? Quarterback Josh Dobbs here. You may know me as the Pastronaut. I've always loved space and football. Growing up, some people told me I had to choose. But here's the deal. You can be great at more than one thing.
You're leaving.
And getting involved in STEM opens up your world to a universe of opportunities in life. Space isn't just for the astronauts.
It's for all of us. It's not just for engineers like myself.
It's for teachers,
Students,
designers, mechanics,
Scientists.
And millions of football fans across the world.
the nut house. I told her to get her giggles out beforehand.
Get inspired and get involved today. There are STEM programs and science centers available in your community, so be sure to check out spaceforall.us to learn more and get started.
Did you know that children growing up with poor air quality have smaller lungs and higher rates of asthma than children that grow up with good air quality? And unfortunately, poor communities have poor air quality. IQ Air Foundation is working to change this. Today, the IQ Air Foundation provides filtration technology to schools with poor air quality through our Clean Air for Kids program. Our goal is to help over 50,000 school children every year breathe over 90% cleaner air indoors, helping to level the playing field, reduce barriers to learning, reduce sick days, and increase test scores. Mitigating poor air quality is key to environmental justice. Help clean air for kids reach more children at iqairfoundation.org.
Tomorrow's news leaders.
Today's top stories.
From an award-winning student newsroom.
This is Kent Stater TV.
Your community,
your stories.
The FAA is preparing to cut air traffic by 10% at 40 major airports starting Friday. Airports on the list of flight reductions include Atlanta, Boston, Dallas, New York, and among others.
This is due to the ongoing government shutdown and shortage of air traffic controllers. The Trump administration is also considering a 4% decrease in flights, which would reportedly increase by 1% each additional day of the shutdown.
Well, even more cuts and layoffs fill the headlines as the government shutdown continues on.
That's right. For more with news on the economy, we now head over to Anne-Marie Chula. Anne-Marie?
Thanks, guys. A lot is happening in the economy. As the government shutdown is moving its way through a fifth week, there's allegedly momentum that may end it soon. According to sources, Senate leaders met again today in an effort to discuss final details of a deal the proposal allegedly would have the Senate add another short-term stopgap bill to a larger package of bipartisan bills to fund a number of federal agencies. There's also an agreement for a date to vote to extend Enhanced Affordable Care Act subsidies. When they will vote again is unclear. House Speaker Mike Johnson expressed his concerns about the shutdown.
I can tell you honestly, I'm less optimistic this morning than I was yesterday because we were hearing that there were some common sense centrist Democrats who were talking to Republicans, but what I understand is that Chuck Schumer has pulled them back from that and that they're being instructed and told they can't go there.
The amount of U.S. layoffs from October increased by over 153,000. The report by employer outplacement services company Challenger, Gray, and Christmas found that an increase of 175% from last October is also the biggest jump in the month of October in over 2 decades. The company said disruptive technology, particularly AI, is changing the work environment. You may pay a lot more when buying gifts and treats this holiday season due to tariffs. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, toy prices increased by 1.8% after President Trump enforced tariffs. Daniel Schmidt, owner of Hobbytown USA in Southeast Lincoln, saw an increase in cost for some products. His goal is keeping customers happy so they don't have to worry about prices. The government shutdown may cause widespread travel-related headaches. United Airlines announced it will preemptively cancel about 200 flights for Friday. That leaves about 4% of the carrier's planned schedule. This will impact its regional flights the most. This comes as the Trump administration plans a 10% reduction in air traffic at 40 airports starting Friday. Another retailer is offering a Thanksgiving meal deal. Amazon announced its Thanksgiving meal deal for just $25 to feed 5 people. The deal includes an 8-pound frozen butterball turkey. The sides include pre-made mashed potatoes, gravy, green bean casserole, stuffing, crescent rolls, and cranberry relish, with a choice of pecan, pumpkin, or sweet potato pie. The deal starts next Wednesday. It'll be on Amazon or the Amazon Fresh section of the website. Some areas may have same-day deliveries. For KSTV, I'm Anne-Marie Chula.
Keeping you informed and ahead of the storm, this is your KSTV weather.
Well, today was just absolutely beautiful, but according to many meteorologists, it is not going to stay that way as a cold front is making its way across the eastern side of the United States. Meteorologists say that the front will deliver freezing Arctic temperatures and winds.
Areas like Buffalo, New York will see temperatures around 20 degrees on Monday, and many areas could experience freezing temperatures and snow.
Well, Portage County, it looks that we are actually not going to be experiencing any of that snow tomorrow, thankfully. It is going to be a little bit chillier. We got 58 degrees, some early rain. I love a good rainstorm personally. This is good news to me. I don't know about you, Portage County, but I am liking the sound of that. Our extended forecast over here, I don't know which way to go, so we're just going to go over here. Right now, we got rainy, 89% chance of rain tomorrow. Partially cloudy, a 22% chance on Saturday. And then Sunday, looking at like next week, there's that snow that Lillian was talking about earlier. It looks like a 50% chance with a low of 24 and a high of 34. So we are going to be seeing a little bit of that cold front happening next week. So if I were you, I would enjoy that weather while you can. Today was a beautiful day. The weekend looks like we got still some warm temperatures with Sunday dropping to a 29 degrees for our low. When you look at Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we're going back up into the warmth. And it's going to dry up just a little bit, still a little bit cloudy. We're entering that gray November weather. But like I said before, I personally love that. It's looking like very fall, autumn-like weather. Well, that's all the weather updates that I have for you, hopefully forever. For KSTV, this is Lex Brady.
Thanks, Lex. Constantly reading and seeing social media videos and posts can take a toll on mental health, but it can be hard to put your phone down.
CNN's Mandy Gaither has ways to stop this doom scrolling.
Times a person doesn't even realize how much time they're spending on a device.
Unfortunately, doom scrolling has become a very common and unhealthy practice in our society.
Psychologist Adam Borland with Cleveland Clinic says constantly looking at disturbing and anxiety-provoking material on social media takes a toll on mental health. Too much exposure can fuel stress and lead to increased anxiety, low mood, sleep disturbances, irritability, and it can even create problems at home or work.
Oftentimes people complain about losing long periods of time scrolling through their phone because it becomes addictive.
To stop yourself from doom scrolling, Borland says to start with mindfulness, focus on the present moment, establish healthy boundaries on when and when not to use devices, monitor which sites you follow and how they affect your mood, stress, and anxiety levels. He says it may be time to unfollow some of those accounts, have a support system of people that can help during a hard time, and finally, put the device down. Instead, fill your time with exercising, getting outdoors, or engaging in something creative.
It's important for people to remember that they have a choice in all of this. They have a choice as to how much upsetting content they're accessing. And when they have that choice, that comes with a sense of control.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Dropped his season-high 46 points alongside
two-time All-Star Darius Garland making his season debut in the Cavs win. See the highlights next on the KSTV Sports Report.
Can you help me?
Mom, Dad, we're going out.
Thank you.
Oh, look, they're playing chess.
What you got there?
Will you help my mom?
She's real sick, huh? Hey, crew, I'll give the first move to anyone who signs up to be an organ donor. How do you do it?
Easy. Just go to organdonor.gov.
You heard him, organdonor.gov.
More donors means more hope. Sign up at organdonor.gov.
I don't remember how it started. Our back and forth. Victory. Fumble. Repeat. it always came back.
Dad! Okay, here we go, throw it! Yeah.
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Nice.
This is your Kent Stater TV Sports Report.
The Dallas Cowboys defensive end Marshawn Nealon died Thursday morning. Team officials called the 24-year-old, quote, a beloved teammate in a statement.
A statement from the Frisco, Texas Police Department said Nealon was found with what appeared to be a self-inflicted gunshot wound. He played in 7 games this season, collecting 12 tackles and 1 sack.
Information in the world of sports is KSSN correspondent Lucas Foote.
Lucas, what did you think of the Flashes in their football game last night?
A tough 13-17 loss for the Golden Flashes as penalties and poor clock management were critical in the loss. Trailing 10-3 at halftime, the Flashes tied up the game after a great punt return by the special teams, followed by a Donovan Delaney Jr. rushing touchdown. Kent would take the lead after a field goal from Will Harisco, but the defense could not hold strong in the final 2 minutes, falling to Ball State. After his first game as head coach, Mark Carney gave his thoughts about the wagon wheel game next week.
Proximity type rivalries, and this one is really special. For a lot of people, and we're going to give it the care and attention it deserves this week, as we have all year. And
5, 4.
These are special types of games.
Next Tuesday, it's a big wagon wheel matchup at the school down the road for the football team. Sticking with Kent State athletics, the boys basketball team returns to the MAC tomorrow night to host Cornell. The Flashes are coming off a 97-103 overtime loss on Monday to Troy and will look to bounce back in their second game of the year. The last time Kent State played Cornell goes back over 50 years in 1973 when the blue and gold took home the win 85-49. Going over to the Lady Flashes, the team remains on the road tomorrow at West Virginia. After a disappointing 48-80 loss to James Madison on Monday, the Mid-American Conference favorite takes on a Power 4 opponent from the Big 12 who received votes in the national AP rankings. The last meeting between the two schools goes back to 1988 here in Kent, where the Mountaineers won 90-78. Over to the NBA, Cavs taking on the 76ers. Sixers coming into this one at 5-2, and look at those beautiful jerseys. The navy blue Donovan Mitchell with the early layup, and look at all these passes. Sam Merrill to Larry Nance Jr. to Tyson, back to Merrill, over to Lonzo Ball, who goes into Evan Mobley, and Mobley hits the three-pointer. The Cavs offense rolling along as Darius Garland here at the shot, making his season debut after missing the first 7 games with an injury. Jared Allen goes behind the back on Andre Drummond. Sixers, though, would tie it up in the third quarter, 72-72, as Kelly Oubre Jr. hits the three. But in the third quarter, Donovan Mitchell Jr. took over on a season-high 46 points with that assist to Jared Allen. And then you'll see three-pointer after three-pointer from Spida right here. A season-high 46 points, 8 assists, and 4 rebounds. And the Sixers defense could not stop him. Step back from the wing, nailing the three. Cavs win it 132-121. After the game, Kenny Atkinson gave his thoughts.
Improvement areas, doing better, playing better with the lead. You can feel us kind of drop our energy and drop our focus. I think we had 7 turnovers in the fourth quarter. It's more mental. It's not fatigue or anything. Not where we are right now physically. So if there's one negative to this win, that would be it.
For more in sports, be sure to check out our website at kentstater.com, and be sure to tune in with us right here at KSTV tomorrow at 6, or check out Overtime, which airs at 7. I'm Lucas Foote, Kent Stater Sports.
The Rockefeller Center holiday tradition is on its way to the Big Apple. More on this year's tree later.
Kids will spend 15 minutes watching online videos like this one.
Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. 2 minutes twice a day. They have the time.
New York City's Rockefeller Center will soon get its annual Christmas tree. This Norway spruce is leaving its home of East Greenbush, New York.
The 75-year-old and 70-foot tree is donated from the Russ family. It's scheduled to arrive at Rockefeller Center Saturday. So I've never actually had a Christmas tree, but Lily, have you ever had a real Christmas tree?
I haven't had a real one. My family does like those fake ones that you buy at like Lowe's that you just put together. We have the lights built in. But how about this karaoke tonight? What do you think?
Well, it sounds
Should we make a
really
trip?
fun. Maybe we should. Maybe we should. I'm not doing anything tonight, so
any musical theater song. I think we could really
pull off Defying Gravity.
Oh, we could pull out Defying Gravity.
We need
the
that
Glinda
up.
and Alphaba. Yeah.
Yeah.
And now I have a question for you. Do you doom scroll?
On occasion. I try
I am
not
guilty
to,
of it.
but
I am guilty of it.
it
That story,
happens.
it takes a toll on people's mental health. I don't know if that's true for me, but I do doom scroll. I'm guilty of it. But that is all that we have for you guys tonight. But we will be right back here tomorrow at 6 for your Friday evening newscast.
For more updates, be sure to check out KentStater.com and follow us on Instagram at The Kent Stater. I'm Talia Milowich.
And I'm Lillian Drabek. Have a great night, Portage County.
Say with me, imagine what you'd see if every child had a book to read.